Hey guys, welcome back to another Moondog trading video. Tonight's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum Matic, Cardano, Solana, Shiba, and Avalanche in that order. First, we're going to start on the Bitcoin daily chart. Each candle represents a day. And guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is just my opinion, educational purposes only. Now, with that being said, I haven't done a video since Thursday. I do apologize about that. I took a couple days off, and then I went and picked up. I did a little traveling and went and picked up a new unique little cat here that I ended up getting, and so now I'm back in the spaceship, and we're just gonna go over some of these charts, guys. Right now, this is funny. Look how this played out, guys. So in my video that I did Thursday, I talked about this area coming down and the daily looking really good, especially on Ethereum. Even though I only did a Bitcoin at the time, guys, my last video was just on Bitcoin. I didn't do all these in order. I just did Bitcoin, but I had in my spaceship, I have monitors everywhere. I call it my spaceship because it literally looks like a spaceship. And when I was looking up at my other monitor, I really like the Ethereum daily candle, and I like the Bitcoin daily candle. You guys can see the reversal, and I talked about me not buying this dip because I let my emotions get the best of me. Okay, so what I did do though is I did wait for this area here for a rejection and then a bounce, and then I really like this one right here. So I ended up taking this right here. I was seeing if we'd get down to this 36 level, but once I saw the rejection and the break of this level right here at 37,700, once I saw a 4-hour candle closing above there, that's when I decided that I was going to make my trade. And that's what I ended up doing. So, I'm still in this thing because I was very disappointed that I never do this, guys. I always listen. It's a rule that I've always stuck by. You always trade the charts. You don't worry about the news. You don't worry about anything else. This is the only time I ever did, just because, like I said, I was driving down the highway. I was seeing army trucks and fighter jets were flying over my house, and tankers were flying over the ocean, or bombers were flying over the ocean. And I was seeing all this in a couple days span when this was about to go down. And guys, I got to tell you, mentally, I don't know what I was doing, but I admit it threw me off there because I usually buy these dips, right? And sorry, you know what? I actually did erase this. This is a new chart. If you guys check out my old chart, we did have this bottom right here, and I drew it up to the T. I left the drawing because this was a Binance chart. I had it on a Coinbase chart, but we had this bottom at that 34, 100 or 80 mark, and I think I was $100 off or whatever it was. But we always talk about front running the move, right? So, yeah, and then I was looking for this 36 for it to come down and bounce. But once I saw it wasn't going there, and I saw some of these indicators, and I was looking at things, I said, I don't think it's getting there. So I ended up taking the trade once it did this bounce off this candle right here. But anyways, right now, guys, we are in this nice wedge. I drew this W in my last video, and look how it's playing out so far. I mean, even though I drew it sideways here, a little uglier. But if I redraw it, you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, we haven't broke the target area yet, which I believe the target area. I should pull up my Coinbase chart. Let me see. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and pull up my Coinbase chart real quick, guys. Coinbase. Okay, so my target was right up here at the $60,000 mark. If we can get, let's say, a 6 to 12 or even a daily candle closing above that 45,830 area, which I'll go back to the Binance chart because I got to clean this chart up. But you guys can see even on my old chart, we had this area down here, the bounce. We had our trend that I talked about taking also. This is when I added more to my position. But we'll go to the Binance chart and we'll check that out, guys. Where was it? Boom, right here. This is a little bit easier to understand. But I drew this W up. It's playing out perfect. Now let's see if we get that move up to 60 grand. Let me see if I can get the target up here for you. Let's go look. We draw from here down to here. Okay. If I can get this on there. I don't want to lock it because it's a little sideways, but you guys are going to get the point here. Which I'm glad I did this because I don't have this on this chart. So my target would be around this area right here. Okay. Actually, yeah, around that area right there. So around 61 400. Okay, and I can actually see where some of these things line up here. So that would be my target on this W pattern. So let's see if that plays out. First, we needed to get break here. We are coming out of this bullish pattern. Guys, this is a bullish pattern. This is a nice wedge. This is a bullish wedge. We are coming out of it. So now you could see what my sloppy drawings here, where I talked about a retest or coming up here and testing this 45,828 and then get rejected. So that one's off the table. Okay, well, actually, it's not yet. We could still go higher and do that. But let's just say if this move plays out, we just bring this over. Oh, that actually works out perfect. But I'm looking for a retest, something like this to happen. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that. Now, it can happen right now. So this candle could come down here, test this, and then bounce. You can see where it's a little bit red. We're in the red right here. But that could be a possibility, guys. Or if we do wick this area, not get a close underneath it. So what I mean is if it does come down in this pattern, just wicks, bounce off this 49 or 40,900 or even the 41,450 area and then pops back up and closes out of here. That's still bullish as well, guys. Sometimes they like to give us the good old okey doke. But if it does fall back into this pattern and then we get rejected on the very next daily candle, then I would look for downside. Okay. So if we come back down, let me delete that. So if we come back down, and we do something like this from this candle and we get a bounce, but then it gets rejected at our trend here, and then the very next candle gets rejected, then I would be looking for downside targets. Okay. So right now, the biggest target is this 45,830 area. We break that, guys, we could really start to moonshot this thing. Okay. I mean, technically, coming out of this wedge, you'd be the top of this at the all-time high. But I guarantee, guys, if we get up here, yeah, we can see a pullback, and then eventually we're probably going to break this all-time high. So now, is anything confirmed yet? No, because this could still fall back in the pattern. We still haven't broke that 48,830 area. So there's a lot of things that still need to play out, guys, before we get any kind of big move. Now, we're going to look at some of the indicators. Everything on the daily is looking good. The RSI is kind of trading sideways. I would like to see volatility up a little bit more. Let's go look at a 12-hour. 12 hours a little bit high. I mean, could we push a little bit higher and maybe get up to this 45 and come back down a little bit and then test this trend? That is definitely a possibility that we just talked about. Just because things are looking a little bit maxed out, like we might need a little bit of a pullback. So we could come up here, either test 45,050 area, or we could come up and just test. Well, we'll test two areas. We could test 44,741, 45,50, or even if we get a nice move, we could actually test the 45,829 and then maybe get a rejection and then retest. Now, if we get a bounce off this, guys, that would be confirmation that this move is probably going to play out and the W is going to break and all these great things are going to happen to the bullish side. But if we don't, then yeah, we could be looking at some downtrend. All right. So targets to the downside, I would like to see this area right here hold up anywhere from 39,600 to 38,700. I wouldn't want to see a daily or a 12-hour candle closing under there, or creating a new low Yeah, you know what? 37,200. 37,200. If we break that, then yeah, we could be looking at 36,600 to 36,300 area. If we do break 37,200, get a daily or 4-hour candle closing under that. Then if that happens, at 36 would be my next target. And then I would be looking at these lows down here at the 34, 280, and even this 32, 975, or let's just say 33 even. And then if we went to some of my other targets here that I have on my Coinbase chart, you can see the blue and the green where we have this 32,300 to let's just say 30,000 even, and then we have this 28,793 to the 26,140. That's if things get really ugly and we break this trend, guys. You see this trend I drew up? We're in this nice trend right here. I would like to see this trend keep going. I might have to extend it, and I would like to see it go higher. Okay, so we're going to move on to Ethereum. Right now, we're in the same pattern, bullish wedge. When are we going to break it? I don't know. Right now, we're getting rejected at it. So could we come down here? Yes. I would like to see a 6-hour, 12-hour, or a daily candle closing out of here. Then the next candle holding up. Same thing as Bitcoin, coming up, maybe getting rejected at this 32 level. Anywhere from 32.40 to 32.85, and then maybe getting a retest and then bounce. But first, we got to come out of here. The only difference with Bitcoin is we're out of that pattern. This one, we're not. So this is nothing confirmed. We could come back down and test this 25.45 anytime. So yeah. Now, where would be my first line of defense here? Right around there. Yes, I definitely like that area. 2769. If that starts to break, then yeah, we could look at these lower targets. Yeah, we could look at the lower targets here. So let's see. Is there any trend? Yeah, let's see if there's a trend here. We could draw this trend up, guys. I know I don't want to stay on this too long, but I don't really like that too much. Let's just concentrate on the wedge, guys, and these critical levels right here. Let's stay out of this green. If we do get a green in this green box, then I would just like for these two levels to hold. Um, and on the daily, let's see if we can hold this 50-day moving average, okay, which is coming in right around 2871. If that can hold up and we can get a bounce and rip through this, and that would be bullish. But if we do get a daily candle closing and that acts as resistance, you can see it here where we got rejected, then yeah, we could look for a little rejection if that happens, guys. All right, so we're going to move on to Matic. Yeah, because we're already 13 minutes in. Matic, same thing, bullish wedge. Now, not all these patterns are going to be like this. Cardano's a little different, but we'll go over that. Oops, sorry about that. Matic, bullish wedge. You can see my targets here in this blue box, which we're kind of battling with a little bit. Now, there could be a death cross here, guys. You could see it setting up where the 50 could start coming down and the 200 could move up. This is the 50-day moving average. This is the 200 is blue. The 50-day is red. If the 50-day comes down and the 200 goes up, that would be a death cross. Right now, nothing's confirmed. What I would like to do is clear both these areas, break the wedge, coming in right around 178. If we can do that, then I would be looking for this $2.01, $2.02. That would be my first area of maybe any kind of rejection for a pullback and a retest. So something like this could happen, and that's what I would be looking for. But I would like to see this area get broke. Now, does it always have to retest? No, it could come out of here, especially and hold up these two levels. And if it does get above here, in the short-term time frames, within the next couple days or weeks or whatever, actually, I'd say the next couple days or by this week anyways, if we do that, then this will not turn into a death cross. What will happen is this will just actually trade sideways like this, and this will kind of like do this, and we won't get the cross, okay? So nothing's confirmed until it crosses. But we do want to see this go higher. To the downside, let's see if the 142 holds up right there. 142.25. If that doesn't hold up, actually, no, I like this level a little bit better. We always go with the, yeah, so 140. If the 140 level doesn't hold, then yeah, we could be looking to test this wedge farther down, anywhere from 130 to even a little bit lower into the 120 range. Okay, guys? Excuse me. What did I, oh, I hit the wrong button there. Okay, so 120. We like this range right here. So that could be what's going on here? That could be a possibility, guys. Boom, right there. So yeah, that's it for Matic. How much time I got? 5 minutes. Cardano. Let's see here. I had this from this wick here. It did do a little bit of wick, but you could see where our main area held up, which we talked about. This 178 to 81, which it kind of just flirted around in there, and in our zone at 83. I'm sorry, did I say one? I meant 83 and 78. And it flirted around that zone, and we did have a little wick down to the downside, but this was our main support. And now we're getting a little W pattern, guys. You guys can see it right here. You could probably see it better on like maybe a 4-hour. Or maybe a 1 hour. Maybe it's a smaller W. Let's see. Yeah, well, it's an ugly W. I don't trade these, but it did get a nice bounce here right off our 81 area, and then it started to take off. So what do we have on the daily? The daily looks like a better W. You can see it right here. So this is a daily W. This is not a lower time frame. So you can see right here, okay. We come up here, and then we came down here. Now I always like the left side, guys, being lower than the right side. Those are my favorite kind of W's, and that's what we have here. The left side's lower, so now we're getting that move to the upside. Where would this target be? I don't have much time here. Boom, boom, boom. Target would be up around this area. Wow, coming in right around this area up here that we have at our fib, right around 110. So let's see if that plays out to the downside. Let's just see if the 93 holds up for support, okay? Solana, guys, man, we nailed this one to the T. So we had 75, we had this 80, we got that to perfect. We now are testing one of my fibs at the 100, and then this 104, 106 mark. That's a big mark as well. Let's see if we can break that, and let's get a break. You can see the death cross that happened up here. I could circle this. How much time do we have? 2 minutes. Yeah, but you guys get it right here. This is the death cross. Let's see if we get a daily candle closing above 100, and then the 106, and let's see if the 89 holds up, 89.90 area. Shib Army, guys, here's my levels right here. We got the weeklies. We want to see anywhere in this 1708 to this 2250, and then we got our next areas of resistance coming in at 2805, 3078, 3265, and 3561. Avalanche, guys. This little pattern already played out. We got our bounce perfectly off of the 64. I said 64 to 68 area. We got that perfectly. We got a bump and run. I would like to see us break this bump and run. If we do, then yeah, I would look for these higher targets, 113, 117, and then this 130 to 152, even the all-time high. But I would like to see us clear this 95 and get a daily candle closing above that 100 area on Avalanche. So just breaking this pattern would be nice. Also, guys, SHIB, we are in a bullish wedge, so that is a positive on this. What do we have? Solana. Solana is a nice bump and run, guys. So when this thing does end up breaking, I would look at all-time highs at 269, okay, on a daily. I don't care if it comes down here farther down in May, July. I don't care when it breaks, but I'd be looking at those targets. All right. Much love to all you guys. Make sure you guys hit the bell, hit the all, sub to my channel. Much love to all you guys, and peace out.